Hi, it's me, Ingrid, the INFP. Um, I've just moved, so I have a lot of boxes behind me. So I've done half of my internship, 9 months out of 18. So what I've done is surgery and medicine, and what I have left to do is psychiatry and primary care. So I just started psychiatry this week, and internal medicine was like worst time of my life, pretty much. Or not, maybe not really, but like almost. It's high up there on lists of times that I don't want to relive. Um, um, First of all, because I was looking for an apartment, and second of all, because medicine was way too much work, especially the emergencies. Being at the emergencies at night time in the medicine is like the worst place you could be. That's basically it. Also, personally, I had conflicts in my workplace where people were spreading rumors about me that I sucked, basically. And I've taken this up with my boss. And basically it's bullying in the workplace. And like, people think maybe I'm being over dramatic, but I know what bullying is, and this is what bullying is. It's difficult as a doctor that's under training to say anything, because you want to do well. You want people to like you so that you can keep going, so that you can finally become a doctor. And there are so many people who are above you in the hierarchy that it can be tough. I said it to my boss because my boss asked if there was anything going on, but it's not easy. And people have said that, oh, you don't take in your feedback, but it's not the same thing receiving bad feedback from somebody than like the whole clinic turning themselves against you and people speaking behind your back. Like, that's not right, and that's not how I want my workplace to look like. Okay, well, anyway, so I've had this rant, and now I was supposed to talk about what internal medicine, how that would be like for an INFP, and I've had such a bad experience that I don't know what to say. What is good is being at the department as opposed to being at emergencies, because the pace is slower. You call other doctors. This is how bad it is that I hear the ambulance outside and I'm freaking out because I hate the emergencies. And I live near the hospital, so I can't couple away from the hospital. Anyway, where was I? I was talking about what is good is the departments where you can call different doctors, get help. The senior doctors basically decide everything for you, and you just do it. They say call this person, call the cardiologist, call this person, make sure that these blood samples are taken. Ask the patient a little bit more about this. Send this person to the X-ray, And so it's pretty interesting to find your way to like a solution and stuff. The investigative part of it is really interesting to an INFP, as opposed to like in surgery where it's just like, okay, we're going to do the surgery. The surgery is done, goodbye. Here it's like a little bit more like, we should adjust the medicines, you know, it's a little bit more subtle. And I think INFPs might like that because it's a little bit more, you know, subtle. As opposed to just like this. There's a little more creativity involved, you could say. Even though I wouldn't classify it as creativity. I mean, a lot of medicine is just like, you know, you can't really be creative because you might kill somebody. But it's a little bit more, there are different ways to fix it, things. There are also a lot of different specialties, so if there's a part of the body that really excites you, this is a place to be. You can be a neurologist, or you could be a cardiologist, or a nephrologist, or a rheumatologist, hematologist. There are a lot of subspecialties within internal medicine. And I think INFPs also like the part of being an expert at something, and then like people call you as a specialist and like want your opinion, and you can help people. Also, a lot of people are at the end of their lives, so a lot of INFPs I think like being able to help people in that way. A lot of the patients at medicine are 70 plus and have many different diseases, like they can have heart failure or kidney failure, a stroke at the same time. And it's a lot of puzzle pieces that you have to put together. I do think though that maybe like TI is a little bit more the function that you would use in internal medicine, because it's all about like the logic and logic pieces, you know? INFPs, we have this logic, but like feeling wise, you know? So what we're better at is like ethics and that kind of thing, as opposed to like the figuring out of process. That doesn't mean we're not good at it too, but like if I had to assign a function to internal medicine, it would be TI. And if I had to assign a function to like surgery, it would be TE. If I had to assign a function to psychiatry, I don't know. Maybe it would be FE, or NI, depending on like if you're into psychoanalysis. And primary care, I think, would be SI, probably. Yeah, anyway, I don't know why I got into this. So even though I didn't like medicine, I can see why an INFP would. I think that an INFP would probably dislike the emergencies as much as I did, unfortunately. But the departments, I thought the departments were quite good. The only problem is that you'll probably be forced to work at the emergencies, even if you went to work at the department, even as a specialist. So there are pros and cons with every job. Anyway, that's all I had to say about medicine, internal medicine. I'm starting psychiatry, and like I'm having my first day at the psychiatric emergencies. There's another ambulance. And I'm not looking forward to the emergencies, but being at the okay, it must be a fire. sorry, there were like 5 different cars honking. Well, so I don't look forward to meeting psychotic people because I don't like people being aggressive. Like, it's difficult for me to deal with. I know a lot of INFPs will probably lean towards psychiatry. I already know that it's not really my thing. I I can understand people who are like depressed or have anxiety, ADHD, because in most cases, like it's calm pretty much. But like somebody who's like a drug addict, who's like who has psychosis and who's like running all over the place, crashing things, is a little bit stressful. Also, I think that psychiatry is a lot more about controlling people than a psychologist does the actual psychotherapy. Well, in psychiatry, a lot of psychiatry is about like deciding if a person should be forced to be put into a hospital or not, and medicines. So I don't know exactly how that would look like. And then after that, I have primary care, and that's going to be fun for me because that's what I'm thinking of specializing as. Maybe if I end up becoming a doctor, we'll see. But yeah, it seems like it's kind of going downhill from here instead of like working night at the medicine clinic was like driving me insane. So yeah, the future looks brighter in a way.